Howdy, hi. It is Do Your Job Sports WNBA Picks and Predictions for Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. We are looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, first things first, we're going to take a look at the previous day's results. On the day, we go 3-3, bringing our season record to 14-10. We were very good on the spreads, not so good on the over-unders. Then both of our PAs and PRAs either won by half a point or lost by half a point. Safe to say Vegas was on point with those lines. So I'm going to recap these games right quick, then get on to the 3 games we have for tomorrow. First game, it was the Aces and the Sun. Good Lord. I think the Sun are the worst team in the league. They're definitely worse than the Sky. They might be worse than the Valkyries. I wonder, when do they play? That has to be the worst game on television when they actually play them. They don't play the Valkyries till June 22nd. When's the next worst team they play? They play the Wings at home on May 27th. That is going to be must-watch television. Then they play the Mystics again. Dang, they really only play the Valkyries twice this entire season? Dang, that's brutal. I'm going to watch all of those games. They're going to be atrocious. They can't score. Aces win this game 87-62. The Aces starters didn't even play the fourth quarter. It was just a bunch of bench minutes for everyone on their entire team. Marina Mabrey continues to be horrible at basketball. 3 of 11 from the field. Tina Charles dropped 20 points. And the Connecticut Sun still lost by 25. Connecticut shoots 34% from the field, 18% from deep. They have 16 turnovers at a team. They're just horrible. Even Sanaya Rivers played in this game. She went 11-4-2, 3 of 7 from the field. Doesn't matter, though, when J.C. Sheldon gets the start and she goes 0 of 7 from the field. Then you had Lindsay Allen play 11 minutes, score 0 points. You had Bria Hartley come off the bench, 2 of 8 from the field. And then you had Rhea Marshall off the bench, 0 of 3. This team is horrible. They don't have a single person who can actually put ball in hoop. So I think I will be taking their unders for the rest of the season. Don't know why I played an over. That was pretty dumb. We then had the Dream plus 8.5. It was looking like they were going to absolutely steamroll the Fever. They were up like 12-15-ish most of the game. The Fever's biggest lead was 2, and they almost won the game. The Dream win thanks to, who was it? I think it was Ryan Howard that made the free throws late. And then the Fever come down the court, can't put the ball in the hoop. Dream win, 91-90. This Dream team isn't bad. You had Brittany Griner go 8 of 13, 21-8-2. Ryan Howard, 22-3. Brianna Jones, 19-13-3. Alicia Gray, 16-2-6. Still mad she didn't get one more PRA because we missed by half a point. But whatever. And then we had Chelsea Gray for our other winner over points and assists, 15.5. This was the greasy one. I probably shouldn't have taken her in a points and assist because I should have known she would not be playing majority of the game considering it was a blowout. She only played 21 minutes, but she got there. 12 points, 4 assists. That is 16. That is a winner. So shout out to Chelsea Gray. Next time I will make sure do not pick Aces players in a blowout because they won't play. Okay, then finally, we'll get to the losers. We had the over in the Connecticut Sun. We've already talked about that. I will not be taking any more Connecticut Suns overs. This team is horrible. They're complete dog shit. We then had an under in the Fever and the Dream game. Probably won't be taking many more unders in Fever or Dream games. Final score in this one produced 181 points. Let me check the field goal percentage for both teams. Actually, no, both teams didn't even shoot the ball that well. Atlanta Dream, 43% from the field, 78% from the free throw line. Fever, 48% from the field, 62% from the free throw line. The Fever are going to be kicking themselves. They definitely left some points out there on the boards. Both teams combined for 25 turnovers, a decent amount of fast break points, 28 total. These are going to be 2 over teams for the rest of the year, so that is something to remember. Then, like I said, we had Alicia Clark, points, rebounds, and assists over 24.5. She finished with 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists, combining for 24. kind of tough. She goes 5 of 15 from the field, 3 of 10 from deep. She played good defense with a steal and a block, but could not hit that PRA. So that is the recap. We'll get on to the picks for tomorrow. Game number 1, it is the Dallas Wings and the Minnesota Lynx. I'm going to take the Lynx at home, laying 11.5 and the over of 168.5. These two teams played just 5 days ago. I really don't understand why the WNBA likes to schedule these basically back-to-back games between two teams. They just played. You're 3 games into the season. Why not play every team once and then start going back and playing teams twice? This makes no sense. The Wings, they are 0-2. Probably, if I had to rate them out of all the teams, maybe 4th worst in the league. The only teams I would definitely have behind them are the Sun and the Valkyries. It's between them and the Chicago Sky for 3rd and 4th worst in the league. They're horrible. They lost the first game of the season to this Lynx team 99-84. That was at home. And then they lost their second game, also at home, 79-71 against the Storm. Arike Gumbawale, horrible. She's their main offense, and she can't shoot a basketball. This team is eventually going to start flowing through Paige. I mean, she's 2 games into the season, and I think she's already improved a bunch from game 1 to game 2. They don't play any form of defense. It's kind of hard to play any form of defense when you're just as small as they are. They don't have much size at the guard position. Paige Becker is a small. Arike Gumbawale, I think, is like 5'7". Down low, they're pretty big. They have, what's her name? Maddie Sirius is down there. You have Tarika McCowan down there. They have size down low, but no one can shoot. And they don't play any form of defense. So I think the Lynx are going to roll them again. Lynx, they're 2-0 on the year, covering this spread and the over in both of their first 2 games. They have Alana Smith back, healthy. They are just now waiting on Kayla McBride. Not sure when she's going to join the team. No idea why she's not in practice. Don't know what's going on with her. I don't see how this Wings team is going to be able to stop them. Also, this is the Lynx home opener, coming off of a runner-up championship season. Should be lit. The environment should be rocking. I don't understand why this line is so short. You could have made this Lynx minus 13, 14, 15. I think I'd lay it all the way up to 20. This should be very much a belt-to-ass scenario. So give me the Lynx minus the points and give me the over. Next game, this is 100% the worst game of the night. It's the Mystics and the Valkyries. I'm taking the Mystics minus 5.5 and the over 161.5. This is the Mystics' first road game out west. Somehow the Valkyries, the new expansion team, got back-to-back home games to start the season. Don't understand how that one works. But anyway, Washington, they're 2-0 on the year. Don't look now. But a very injured and banged-up Washington team, undefeated. The Valkyries got tossed around in their first game. Don't think they're going to be good. Questionably the worst team in the league. Maybe Connecticut. Mystics, in their game 1, they beat the Dream at home 94-90. Then in game 2, they beat the Sun on the road 90-85. Mind you, they are doing all of this without Aaliyah Edwards, who is out for a minimum of another 2 weeks. Then she's going to get reevaluated. The only reason they've been winning is because of their rookies. You have Kiki Irafan, who's been fantastic, and then Sonia Citron leading the point. They both look really, really good. Then you have veteran Brittany Sykes. I think she's coming off of the bench. She's been playing out of her goddamn mind. Lunatic levels of basketball for multiple players in this Mystics team, and I do not think the Valkyries are going to be able to stop them because they suck. Valkyries looked horrible in game 1. They really don't have a bucket getter on this team. Like, if you were to look at this Mystic squad, you'd probably go with Sykes down the stretch. Even Sonia Citron had that layup at the end of the previous game. They have ladies you can look to who can put the ball in the hoop. This Valkyries team doesn't have that. They also don't have size. Their tallest player down low is 6'3". The Mystics have big bodies down low. You're not going to be able to stop. They don't play defense. The Mystics should be good to score 85 plus here. I mean, they scored 94 in their first game and then 90 in their game 2. They like to play quick. They're young. They're athletic. They move. Give me the Mystics and give me the over. Final game here. Then we'll get on to the player props. I am taking the Mercury minus 4.5 at home. And then I'm also taking the under 163.5. Game 3 for the Sparks. This is only game 2 for the Mercury. They have to travel to Phoenix. The Mercury haven't played in 4 days, so they get a nice home court advantage, back-to-back home games, and they get to rest and prepare more for this battle. Mercury should be able to lock down Kelsey Plum up top. If you can lock her down, there's no one else you really have to worry about on this team. The Sparks, they're 1-1 on the year. They beat the Valkyries in game 1, but that is a free guaranteed win. They beat them by 17. It was honestly a closer game than that 17-point spread kind of says it was. They just blew them out in the final quarter. Then game 2, their home opener of the season, they lost to the Lynx by 14. They run everything, every single action they do is through Plum at the point. Their bigs, they're going to have big problems with Alyssa Thomas and Satu Sabali down low. I think we're going to see a lower scoring game. This Mercury held the Seattle Storm to 59 points in their first game of the season, forced them into 33% from the field. Alyssa Thomas and Sabali combined for 47 points and 7 assists. The Sparks, they don't have Cameron Brink. She's missing the first month and a half of the season. They're not going to be able to stop anything down low. The only thing the Mercury have to do, slow down Kelsey Plum, and then the other they only have Derek Hamby you have to worry about, maybe Odyssey Sims, but she's been awful in her first 2 games. I don't think the Sparks team is good. So I will take the Mercury minus the points and the under in this game. All right, now we have 2 player props. The only game that had player props available when I looked was the Dallas Wings and the Minnesota Lynx. So I'm going to take both guards. Paige Beckers over 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And then Courtney Williams over 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This is going to be a very fast-paced game. Paige Beckers, very impressive in her most recent game. Let me pull this up to tell you guys what stat line she actually dropped. She dropped 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. That's 33. And that was against a pretty decent Seattle Storm defensive team. I mean, Dallas only scored 71 points that game. She had 19, 6, and 8. That is very good. Then on the other side of the ball, you have Courtney Williams. She is so good at basketball. Let me pull up her recent game log for you guys. All right, so in game 1 of this season, she dropped 25 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists against this Dallas Wings team. So that's 38, and she only needs 26. Game 2, she dropped 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 10 assists. That's 28. She's covered this number in her first 2 games, both on the road. This is their home court season opener. I think they destroy them. Give me the over. Paige Beckers, give me the over. Courtney Williams, PRA. Okay, that is going to do it for me in this video. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.